Howdy, friends. Steve DePoe here for the Rose Realty team with this week's real estate vlog for North Texas. Today's topic, the 3.5 critical things homeowners need to know about remodeling their home in 2021. So here's some data points. In 2020, it's like an acid flashback. In 2020, homeowners spent an average of about $13,000 remodeling or doing DIY projects. About 8,000 of that going towards home improvement type projects that centered around COVID. So essentially, what people did is put in air handlers and air scrubbers and home offices and those kinds of things. So spent about 8,300 on stuff or projects that centered around around COVID. Now the first step to understand is which room are you going to tackle? Which room are you going to do a home improvement project or remodeling project on? So kitchens typically last year ran around $25,400 to redo or update or remodel a kitchen. Bathrooms, on the other hand, were about $10,700, and home offices came in third. Now, there's benefits of installing or updating a home office. There could be tax incentives there. Talk to your financial advisor or your accountant about that. So number one, understand what your budget is. Okay, so come up with a budget and try to stick with it. Now, one of the problems with the budget is the unforeseen issues. So we've all watched, Fixer Upper or those kinds of HGTV projects. They never go smoothly. There's always something in the wall, that has to be fixed, or pipes that are made out of styrofoam, or whatever. Okay, and so there's always something that's in that when they're working on the project that has to be fixed. Okay, and that's sort of the unforeseen that we have to, the contingency in the budget that we have to take into consideration. So come up with a budget, but also maybe come up with understand that there's going to be a little bit overage there because of these unforeseen issues that could crop up. So paying for the renovation. Interesting. So in 2020, I did it again. In 2020, about 34% of the people paid for these renovations out of their checking accounts. Around 29% just used a credit card. Around 25% had some sort of renovation budget that they were saving towards or saving into, along the way. And around 8% had some sort of personal loan, a signature loan or personal loan. That can have an advantage because it could also be tax deductible. But anyway, again, talk to your financial expert or your accountant. And now, home maintenance is also something that has to play a factor in here. Maybe we want to put new cabinets and new appliances in our kitchen, and that's great. But there's also this home maintenance kind of issue that we have to take into consideration as well. So you may have a high traffic area where maybe you have wood floors and the wood is kind of worn, or maybe you have carpets in high traffic areas where it's all kind of flattened out just from a lot of people walking on it. You have to take these into consideration, and these may not be a remodeling or a home improvement kind of project. They may be sort of a maintenance project, and we have to take those into consideration as well. So whether it's deep cleaning carpets in high traffic areas, or handling you may have pests or termites or something like that you may have to take care of, or the remediation because of the pests or the termites, or maybe you have pet odors or those kinds of things. Some of those things you should consider hiring a professional for, and some of those you can probably do yourself. So be discriminating there and determine whether you're going to do it yourself, whether you're going to tackle the project yourself, or you're going to hire a professional. And number 3.5, your return on investment. Understand what the cost is that you're going to incur, and what that return on investment is then going to be. So typically, if you spend $10,000 on a project, if you decide to sell your house, let's say next year to year after that, you're not going to get $10,000 back. Okay, So that's the return on investment factor. Now, there are some projects that will return back more than your investment, and some are a lot less. So, hey, drop us a note or send us a line, give us a call, and we can help you understand what the return on investment on certain projects are. You can probably also Google them, but we have a we actually have a checklist or a sheet produced by the National Association of Realtors, which says, hey, here's what the return on investment of these projects should be. So, yeah, drop us a line. We'll let you know, sort of which project maybe you should be concentrating on. Next week, we're going to talk about the 6.5 things that you need to know about buying and selling real estate or your home during a pandemic. This is hopefully the last one of these I'm going to be doing. This is Steve DePoe for the Rose Realty team. I'm going to bounce.